Hey there, y'all. I am Jeremy of Two Light Studio, based right here in Houston, Texas. We specialize in portraits, headshots, and corporate event photography. So, yes, that means I've probably taken photos of more awkward handshakes than you can count at a conference. But I'm here to say that whether you're hiring a photographer for the very first time or you're just curious about what goes into the process, I'm here to help. So, over the next few minutes, I'm going to answer all the top questions that people have asked me about working with photographers, from how much it costs to what actually happens after the shoot. So don't worry, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm going to try and be straight to the point and hopefully a little bit more fun than the other videos you've watched on this topic, because I know this stuff can be very overwhelming. By the end of this video, I hope that you will know how to book your next photo shoot like a pro and avoid all the common mistakes that people make. And hey, if you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and all that stuff, because I'm really trying to make my mother proud. All right, so you have decided that you need a photographer. Maybe it's for a corporate headshot, maybe it's for your grandma's 90th birthday, because let's be very real, if there's anyone that deserves professional photos, it's Nana. But where do you even start? Let's tackle the big question first. How much does it cost? Photographers aren't one size fits all, so it depends. It all depends on things like their experience or the type of shoot you need, how much editing is involved. For example, a quick headshot session might run you a couple $100, while an all-day corporate event might be closer to 4 figures. For example, here at Two Light Studio, a simple quick mini shot could be $100, while a family of 5 portrait shoot with multiple outfit changes and location changes could run around $600. For my event photographer seekers, we charge by the hour, and we deliver an agreed upon number of images. You may pay anywhere from $400 for a 2-hour event to $5,000 for a multi-day event. This can be tricky, as some photographers don't charge based on time like we do. They charge based on the number of images delivered. I know, before you gasp at all those numbers, just think about it. A good photographer isn't just clicking a button. We're planning, we're shooting, we're editing, and we're making you look better than you ever did on your best hair day. Did I mention we also meet with you several times? We travel to and from you sometimes, and that gas is not free, as you know. It's very expensive. Now, here's a pro tip. Always ask, how do you charge for your sessions? It's easy to say, like, is it by the hour and do I get the images? Or is it a session fee and I have to pay for the images separately? Does it cover editing or travel or prints? Because trust me, there's nothing worse than thinking you got a deal only to find out you have a huge surprise charge later. Think of it like booking a flight. Nobody likes hidden baggage fees. Next up, how do you choose the right photographer for you? I would start by checking their portfolio. Do their photos make you go, wow, I want to look like that? Or does it look like they borrowed their camera from a cousin who's still learning? Pay attention to their style. Are they great with natural light, or do they crush it in the studio? And here's the kicker. Do they specialize in what you need? If you're looking for a corporate headshot, but their portfolio is full of wedding photos, you might not be in the right area. Don't be afraid to ask questions during your consultation. It's like dating, except instead of deciding who pays for dinner, you're deciding if they can make you look like a total boss in your LinkedIn profile. Last but not least, timing. How far in advance should you book? For big events like weddings and corporate galas, book months in advance, sometimes years. Some photographers fill their calendars faster than Beyonce's tickets sell out. But for smaller shoots, like headshots or quick family sessions, you might get lucky with the last minute slot. My advice, don't gamble. The earlier you book, the better the chances are you're locking in the photographer you really want. Trust me, I've gotten those panicked phone calls like, hi, I know it's Friday, but are you free tomorrow for my sister's engagement party? Spoiler alert, I'm likely not going to be free. So there you have it, everything you need to know before booking your photographer. Remember, do your research, ask questions, book early. And if you're wondering what to do next, don't worry. Up next, I'm giving you all the tips for planning your photo shoot like a pro. Spoiler, matching outfits for you and your dog are highly encouraged. Stay tuned. All right, you've booked your photographer. Congrats. The hard part is over. Now comes the fun stuff, planning your photo shoot. This is where we take your ideas and turn them into Insta-worthy magic. Let's start with the big question. What should you wear? Here's the deal. Your outfit can make or break a photo. My number one rule, keep it simple. Avoid busy patterns, big logos, or anything that might distract from your gorgeous face or your dog if they're in the photo. And here's a pro tip. Stick to colors that complement your skin tone and avoid anything super trendy unless you want to look back in 5 years and cringe a little bit. I'm looking at you, neon green windbreaker from the 80s. If you're stuck, go with solid colors, classic combinations. If there's a group, coordinate, don't match. Think complementary colors, not everyone in matching plaid. Nobody wants to look like they're starring in a family holiday card from 1992. Now let's talk location. Where should you shoot? This depends on the vibe you're going for. If you're thinking professional headshots, a studio like this is perfect. Controlled lighting, neutral backgrounds, and the whole package. But if you're looking for something more casual or creative, outdoor locations can add personality. Parks, cityscapes, or even a quirky coffee shop can work wonders. Just remember, lighting is key. Shooting at noon in the blazing sun, not ideal. Golden hour, those soft, glowy vibes around the sunrise or sunset is where the magic happens for outside. And yes, you can bring props or pets to the shoot. Props are a great way to personalize your photos. Think books, balloons, or even a vintage car if you've got one lying around. Any pets? Absolutely bring them. Just for sure, let your photographer know in advance so you can make a plan and put that in place. Trust me, I've had more than one dog steal the show and my snacks. All right, well, here's something most people forget. Preparation is key. If you're doing headshots or portraits, get a good night's sleep, stay hydrated, and don't try a brand new hairstyle the day before. I've had clients showing up saying, I thought bangs were a good idea. Spoiler, they weren't ready for bangs. Lastly, communication is everything. Share your vision with your photographer. Do you want moody and dramatic, bright and airy, or something else? Bring reference photos if you have them. We love that. It's like Pinterest, but for your face. So to recap, plan your outfits carefully, choose a location that fits your vibe, and don't be afraid to bring props, pets, or big ideas to the table. And remember, the best shoots are the ones where everyone is prepared, relaxed, and having a great time. Because confidence looks great in every photo. Segment 3, what to expect during a photo shoot. All right, you've picked your photographer, you've planned your shoot, and now the big day is here. You might be thinking, what if I don't know how to pose? Or what if I look awkward? First of all, take a deep breath. You've got this, and I've got you. Let me walk you through what actually happens during a photo shoot so you know exactly what to expect. First things first, your photographer will guide you. You don't need to show up with a catalog of poses memorized. Let's literally remember that's our job. We'll direct you on how to stand, where to look, and what to do with your hands, which for some reason is always everyone's biggest concern. What do I do with these? Don't worry, I've got plenty of tricks to make you look natural and relaxed. Here's another secret. It's not about perfection. It's about confidence. I always tell clients the best pose is the one where you feel comfortable. If you're tense, it'll show in the photos. So if I tell you to laugh or make a silly face, just go with it. You'd be surprised how often the best shots come from the in-between moments. Now, depending on the type of shoot, we might take some test shots to check the lighting and angles. Don't panic. If the first few photos feel a little stiff, that's normal. Think of it as warming up. By the time we hit the halfway point, you'll be striking poses like Beyonce at the Met Gala. And if you're still nervous, just remember, everyone looks awkward when they're overthinking it. Trust me, I've been in front of a camera too. It's nerve-wracking. Let's talk about lighting and setup. If we're in a studio, I'll be tweaking lights and moving backdrops to make sure you look amazing. If we're outdoors, we'll work with the natural light or sometimes against it, depending on the time of day. Pro tip, Trust your photography when they say, let's move over here. We're not just doing it for fun. We're chasing the best light or the best angle. Photographers are basically part artist, part scientist, part human compass. During the shoot, I'll give you feedback as we go. Things like turn your chin a little or shift your weight to the other foot. Don't overthink it, just follow my lead. And yes, I'll probably show you a few shots with the camera, but also with my body so you can see how great you're looking. Oh, and one more thing. Take breaks when you need them. A photo shoot isn't a marathon. If you're feeling tired or need a moment to adjust your hair, grab some water, just breathe. It's totally fine. We want you at your best, and that means feeling good, not rushed. So, to sum it up, relax, trust your photographer, and do not be afraid to have fun. Photo shoots are a collaborative process. We're here to bring out your best. Coming up next, though, I'm going to talk about what happens after the shoot, how the magic of editing turns those great shots into final images that you'll absolutely love. And yes, I'll answer the burning question: when will I get my photos? Stay tuned. Segment 4, after the photo shoot. So the photo shoot is done. You've crushed it. And now you're wondering, what happens next? Don't worry, I'm about to break it all the way down for you. Let's start with the most common question. How many photos will I get? This varies on the type of shoot. Something like a headshot session, you might get back 2 to 5. Portrait session, 5 to 10. For a larger event like a gala, you'd get back hundreds. But here's the thing, you don't need every single photo. Trust me, no one wants 15 near identical shots of them blinking. So here's how it works. After the shoot, I'll go through all the photos and I'll pick the best ones. This is called culling. Basically, I'm weeding out the test shots, the blanks, the blinks, the ones that are just crazy, the ones where your hair defies gravity. What's left are the gems, and those are the ones I'll edit. Pro tip: if you're curious about the process, just ask your photographer. We love explaining why one photo is chef's kiss while another is just not it. Next question. How long does it take to get your photos? Well, that depends on the scope of the shoot. For headshots, you're looking at anywhere between a week or 2. For bigger projects like event photography or weddings, it can take anywhere between 3 and 4 weeks. Good editing takes time. We're not slapping a filter on it and calling it a day. So if you're in a rush, there are some photographers, including myself, who offer expedited editing for an additional fee. Just let us know up front so we can plan accordingly. Now let's talk about your photos and how they will be delivered. Most photographers will provide an online gallery where you can download the images. It's super convenient. You can share the link with your friends, family, coworkers without worrying about fussy USBs or old school CDs. Yes, people still ask for CDs sometimes. Depending on your package, you might also get prints or an album. If that's something that you want, just bring it up during your booking process so we can include it in your package. And finally, the big one: who owns the photos? Here's the deal. Most photographers retain copyright to their images, which means you can't use them for commercial purposes unless you've discussed it beforehand. But don't worry, you're free to share them on social media. Just give us a shout out. That's exactly what we want. It's like tipping your server. It's not required, but it's always appreciated and frowned upon if you don't. If you need photos for commercial use, talk about licensing up front. That way, there's no confusion later. That's a pro tip. To wrap it up, after the shoot, your photographer will carefully select, edit, deliver the best images. Timelines and delivery methods, they may vary, but communication is absolutely key. Don't be afraid to ask questions or check in about the updates. Up next, I'm diving into some of the unique requests and questions people have, like, can I reschedule my shoot? And what if I want to include my cat in a tuxedo? Spoiler, the answer is yes to both. But let's talk details later. Stick around. All right, we've made it to the last part of this video. This is where things get fun, because let's be honest, working with photographers isn't always super straightforward. People have questions, unique requests, and occasionally ideas that make me say, wait, you want me to what? Let's start by talking about some of the special requests, starting with one of my favorites. Can I reschedule my shoot? Short answer, yeah. Long answer, it depends. Life happens, and I get it. Maybe you woke up with a zit the size of Texas, or your dog decided today was the day to roll in mud. Most photographers have a rescheduling policy. Just communicate. But please, for the love of all things holy and Beyonce, don't wait until 30 minutes before your photo shoot and text me, hey, can we move this to next Tuesday? Next question, can I include my cat in a tuxedo? First of all, if you own a cat tuxedo, you're my kind of people. Second, yeah, absolutely you can. But here's the thing, cats are divas. If your fur baby isn't camera friendly, let's have a backup plan, like maybe a leash, some treats, or, wine for the humans involved. Also, this isn't just about pets. Props are fair game too. Want to bring a sword for your engagement shoot? Let's make it happen. I've done shoots with balloons, picnic setups, even a client who brought a life-size cardboard cutout of themselves. Yes, that happened. No, I'm not asking questions. Here's another one I get a lot. What if I want something really unique? Listen, I'm here for big ideas. Want a dramatic black and white portrait with a smoke machine? Let's do it. Need me to capture your team dressed up as superheroes for a corporate website? I'm already thinking about the poses. Photographers love creativity, so don't hold back. The weirder the better. Just give us a heads up so we can plan for it. I can't exactly pull a fog machine out of thin air during a headshot session, although I wish I could. Note, the more creative means the more time, and the more time generally means more cost. So, pro tip, when you're having your consultation, go ahead and mention all of this. That way, your final quote will be the actual final quote. And finally, let's tackle the question no one wants to ask, but everyone is thinking. What if I hate my photos? First of all, that's almost never the case. But in the off chance you're not thrilled, don't panic, just talk to your photographer. Maybe it's something we can edit and tweak. Maybe we need to do a completely new reshoot. Either way, we want you to be happy because let's be very real. Unhappy clients don't recommend us to their friends. And I need my wine budget to stay intact. To wrap this up, let me just say that working with a photographer is a collaboration. Don't be afraid to ask questions, share your ideas, or even suggest something a little out there. We're not just here to take your picture. We're here to create something you'll love and maybe laugh about later. And if you're still sitting there thinking, should I book this session? Let me answer that for you. Yes. Life's too short for bad selfies. Thanks for sticking around, y'all. If you enjoyed this video or you were just here for the cat tuxedo content, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever. And if you have more questions or ideas for future videos, drop them in the comments or shoot me an email. So until next time, y'all, peace out and happy everything.